There's a growing controversy here at the Blaze that I want to talk to you about. Let me just give you some of the email. Glenn, you're running ads for Agenda 21. Are you aware of this? I certainly hope you don't need money so badly that you're going the route everyone else is and sell out. Please look into the Agenda 21 ads your network is running.
I mean, look.
Stop, don't. David Harris writes in, Glenn, Agenda 21 ads are downright scary. Tell us why these ads are running. If you can't justify why, I'm going to dump your site altogether. You cannot be this stupid. Are you trying some weird mind control on me? I won't stand for it. If these ads are not gone soon, I will be. Daniel writes in, I've been seeing these UN Agenda 21 ads on the Blaze TV. My wife and I are very disturbed, may I say horrified, at the implied message. Do we have that message? Somebody taped it on TV.
I think so.
Do we have the taped? Here it is. This is what they're talking about.
Just cannot handle the sheer number of humans who live here. Something has to give. And I believe that it's up to us who have lived a good life to make sure that our children will have the opportunity to live good lives too. I have lived a good life.
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 And that's when it says, I think, Agenda 21, Sustainable Development or something like that, the United Nations. And this was just taped off of TV. This is an ad with a bunch of old people, right?
Yeah, and they're saying, I've lived a good life. They all seem to be saying that they've lived a good life. It seems as if insinuating that maybe they've lived a good enough life and it's been long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And then did we want to play this other one too?
Yeah, there's another one that's on the other end of the spectrum.
Fetus.
Shows a fetus in an operating room or some sort of a biological, kind of like genetic testing room.
Every year, millions of imperfect babies are born, destined for a life of struggle and hardship. But it is the rest of us who pay the ultimate cost. Billions of dollars that could be used to better society are instead wasted on the malformed. There must be a better way, and there is. Agenda 21 is coming soon.
That one's disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. I've been seeing these UN Agenda 21 ads on the Blaze. My wife and I are very disturbed, may I say horrified. We know where this message is eventually going. We subscribe to the Blaze TV so we can get substance and reasoned argument and not bombarded with Viagra and other ED pill commercials. But this type of advertising implies something far more sinister. I understand you need advertising dollars. No, that's why we ask you to subscribe. We don't need advertising dollars. I will not be held hostage, and I will not take advertising dollars that I don't want. If somebody is putting a message out that I don't agree with, they will not go. Now, I can't speak for the cable networks because the cable networks, how many minutes do they have an hour? They have 7 minutes an hour, something like that.
Yeah.
So we have 7 minutes, and they have 7 minutes, whatever it is, I don't know. But the cable networks have a certain number of minutes themselves, and they sell those. That allows them to make money for the cable networks, and then we make money on our side. So I don't accept. Now, if this ad is running as part of their inventory, then it's up to them. But I don't accept an ad that I don't want. I could go on. Please, Glenn, for the love of God, explain to me, the monthly subscriber, about the disturbing Agenda 21 commercials that are airing on the Blaze subscription level. So wait a minute. So it's not running. And especially if it's on the subscription level, that I don't need the money. So why would that? Then I've got 4 pages of these are just the easy complaints. I have a 4-page. We have people who are canceling. Now, I'm changing some of the programming next year, and one of the days of the week, I'm going to kind of make my show more into the Mickey Mouse Club, to where we have theme days. It's a special guest Thursday. It's a surprise guest. We're going to have Logic Day. Because I don't think anybody is learning to think logically anymore. Let's use logic. Agenda 21. A plan for sustainable development. Something that Glenn Beck got a lot of heat on for bringing it up on Fox News. Something that the 912 Project in California is being credited for reversing a lot of Agenda 21. And then ads that you haven't seen anyplace else. And really spooky ads that you haven't seen anyplace else. Why would they be running on my network? Now, I'd like to invite you, before someone would cancel their subscription, think of the world we live in now. Think of the world we live in. You've known me for how long? You trust me enough to subscribe to my network. And yet, you would get online to send me an electronic message saying how angry you are at me for taking the money to further the UN agenda. That's amazing. What a dirtbag sellout I am. Or one of these things just doesn't belong. So instead of typing an email, I might go to Google, which I also have recommended not to use, and I might Google Agenda 21, Glenn Beck.
We are spending a lot of money on the malformed, though. We should talk about that.
You make a good case.
You know,
when you say it that way, you do make. Play that commercial again, will you? It's really
Every
disturbing.
year, millions of imperfect babies are born, destined for a life of struggle and hardship. But it is the rest of us who pay the ultimate cost. Billions of dollars that could be used to better society are instead wasted on the malformed. There must be a better way, and there is. Agenda 21 is coming soon.
Wow, that sounds spooky.
Bring up a lot of good points, though.
It really does.
Really only
It
one.
really does.
And that's kind of that we shouldn't spend money on babies.
Well, but also the other one was we shouldn't spend money on old people.
Old people.
They lived
Which
a
is
good life.
weird because that's not Agenda 21 as much as it is the complete live system as well. Isn't that strange?
It's weird.
Of course, it was the same kind of concept the eugenicists and the...
That's why I'm so confused by you running these commercials. Why?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I can't figure it out.
I wish there was some way you could figure that out.
I wish there were,
You
but
know,
apparently
you
there's
can't.
not.
There must be a better
There's-
way.
There must
And
be
there
a better...
is.
and
It's
there is.
Agenda
It's
21.
Agenda 21. It's coming soon.
It's a better way.
Agenda 21
Better
coming
way.
soon. Okay. Anyway, thanks for the email. Appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing. And if you'd like to subscribe, we have some openings. And
We're not completely filled up on.
no, we have a few openings.
all full.
We have a few openings.
There are vacancies,
and there are some people that are very angry too that are leaving
Okay.
because I've sold my soul to Agenda 21.
Well, you've always loved the UN. I mean, that's been clear.
No, see, that's
know,
another. That should
that's
be another
clear.
tip. That shouldn't it be?
You think?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you remember when we were killing Bobo, that dog?
Yes.
Yes.
I remember that.
Remember?
You mean
Bobo, the dog.
Oh, Bobo the dog, yes.
Remember Bobo
Yes,
the
I
dog?
do
We
remember.
killed the dog?
Poor dog.
Yeah. We suffocated him, right?
I think that
We
was...
suffocated him. I remember suffocating. I had to put a pillow over its face, and it was so sad.
You didn't want to do that.
No, I didn't want to. I had to because of the listeners. And it was so sad because you remember how many people, I mean, they were picketing. We lost the Walmart account. Remember that? Was it Walmart?
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I think or Barnes & Noble. It was one of the big ones. We lost the account because they were so upset that we would threaten to kill a dog.
Well, killing
and at
puppies
the time,
doesn't seem good.
Well, that we were threatening to kill the puppy at the
Right.
time. But then they did it. They canceled, and so we had to kill the puppy.
Oh, and the point was, though, that you were not going to kill the puppy. It was the listeners.
The listeners were going to kill the
who let
puppy.
you down that did it for you.
Yes, I said, I'm not going to kill the puppy. I'm going to tell you that by next Tuesday, I will kill the puppy unless you do X, Y, or Z. And they didn't do it. And so I had to kill the puppy. I had no choice.
Well, you're a man of your word.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. Walmart didn't see it that way.
I don't know if it was Walgens specifically.
Well, it was one of those guys. It was one of the big guys that didn't see it that way. They didn't see that being a man of your word was more important than the puppy's life. And so I had to go and suffocate the puppy. And we did it on the air, so you know it happened, and it was sad. It was sad. It was one of the hardest. In fact, we should play that. Let's see if we can get that. We should play that. It was one of the saddest, darkest moments in our broadcast history. And
why do you bring that up? Why do you bring that up at this particular juncture?
Oh, I only bring it up because, sometimes, again, they caught me on and taking Agenda 21 money from the UN.
Right.
But I didn't think it was bad because it's not like foreign money because we're the ones paying for the United Nations.
Oh, in large
so
part,
it's
that's
really
true.
my tax dollars. I'm just reclaiming.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing there.
Well, you foot about 25% of the bill.
Yeah. I mean, what?
With 5% of the population.
Yeah. So what's the problem with that?
There's not a problem.
There's not a problem with that at all. So, and who thinks that Rockefeller was a bad guy? Who thinks that Rockefeller was a bad guy?
Almost no one.
Who thinks that Woodrow Wilson was a bad guy?
Hardly anyone.
Who thinks that FDR was a bad guy?
They know he's a great
Eleanor
guy.
Roosevelt.
Tremendous.
Of course. They're all tremendous.
Greatest first lady ever.
Tremendous people. And they're the ones who brought it to. Who thinks Colonel House was a bad guy?
Hey, yeah, came up with all kinds of great slogans.
All kinds of great stuff.
Hey,
Walter
bacon
Lippmann.
and eggs, don't you love them?
Yes. Well, no, that's another guy. Walter Lippmann. How about that guy? Everybody loves him, right? You study him in journalism. They're the ones who gave us the UN. It's got to be great. What's the problem? And it's just a little agenda, and anybody who says that agenda is even real is a conspiracy theorist. That's not even real. So don't even worry about it.